What's up? It's your girl Angel. I'm so excited today. I'm here at the Exotic Pop headquarters with the CEO and founder, Mr. Charleston Wilson.
Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, world, what's going on? It's a pleasure to be here with you. You've been doing your thing. You all over the city. You're doing great things. Just keep it going, and whatever we can do to help build your brand, we down for it.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Exotic Pop is huge. I mean, if you don't know who Exotic Pop is, especially if you're in Houston, then I don't know where you've been. Like, they have really taken the whole world by storm. I think Exotic Pop started about 5 years ago, right?
Correct,
And
correct.
then over the last, it seems like 3 years or so, like in that short time, Exotic Pop, they're everywhere. But before we talk about Exotic Pop, I want to get a little bit more in depth story from the man himself, Mr. Charleston. Want to know a little bit more about you. You're such a powerful force. Just tell us a little bit about yourself. How was it for you growing up? Where are you from originally, and how was that?
Man, hey, I'm a product of Houston to the fullest. Um, my mom and my father, you know, they were separated. So, but my mother, she grew up off a homestead in
Okay.
Rosewood.
Mm-hmm.
So for all those Houstonians, y'all know that homestead, that's the heart of the North Side.
Right.
And so I was able to embrace that culture, and then my father, you know, uh, we was on off of Cullen
Mm-hmm.
in Sunnyside.
Okay.
So that's the heart of the Southeast.
Right.
So for me to come up, through, those two deep into the culture of those two parts of the side of town
Right.
and had that type of upbringing, it goes to show you how everything goes into makes you who you are today.
Right. Right. Tell me about some of the early influences. Like when you were young, who was it that you looked up to? Maybe a celebrity. Maybe you said, somebody that really inspired you coming up.
Man, definitely, into music, definitely into sports, like, every other kid,
Yeah.
growing up in the 90s, which was the best decade ever.
Yeah.
I feel like 1996 was the best year ever.
Right.
So, I'm a Master P guy.
Yeah.
I'm a P. Diddy guy. I love Deion Sanders,
Yes.
you know, man, DJ Screw,
Absolutely.
you
R.I.P.
know,
DJ Screw.
um, I witnessed a man in my neighborhood, bring groups of people from all over the country together, from all
Yes.
over the city, all over the country, coming together in unity.
Right.
And that really touched me to see one man have all that power. You
Right.
know, it kind of reminded me of like another 90s movie about Denzel Washington when it was Malcolm X.
Right. Yes.
And they
Yes.
went up to the hospital to go see about a guy that got beat up or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And they marched to the hospital. They had all his Muslim brothers and all the people from the community outside the hospital ready to follow Malcolm's whatever command he
Right.
had. And
Absolutely.
one line they said is, how can one man have so much power? And it reminded me of how Screw was
Right.
when I used to see him back in the
Yes.
day.
Yes.
And that's always been resonating me ever since then, who made me the man I am today for sure.
Wow, that is so amazing. You're kind of in that lane yourself. I mean, you're very powerful. You have definitely shown a lot of love and created a lot of lanes for artists and people in the community. So tell me, when was it that you decided to start Exotic Pop? What inspired you to start this company?
Well, you just see an opportunity. Um, I was in Louisiana working for another small business. A friend of mine started in college. I went to LSU.
Okay.
And I've always been, you know, great ideas, hustling,
Yes.
putting plays together.
Mm-hmm.
Came from the car business, you know, trying to will my own way of being entrepreneurship and having financial success.
Yes.
But I never had that structure of like working really for a small business. It's one thing when you work for a big company. If I was to go work for
Apple or
Apple or Walmart or
right.
something like that,
Mm-hmm.
the skills and stuff that you learn is pretty much probably what you're taught or being trained on.
True.
But when you're working for like a small company, you learn things that they paid those people 6 and 7 figures to do at
Right.
those same companies.
True.
And so taking the hustler mind state that I had and combining it with that professional mindset that I was trained with for those 13 months that I was Louisiana, it allowed me to be able to take things that I was able to just turn into a hustle and to actually turn it into a real business.
Right.
So I was commuting back and forth from Louisiana to Houston, and a friend of mine said, "Hey, why don't you bring some sodas back?" And I was like, "What kind of sodas you talking about?" And he's like, "Apparently it's some sodas that was in Louisiana that wasn't for sale in Texas."
Okay.
So when I made that commute back and I went to his barbershop that he owned and I came in the door on a Saturday morning with these sodas, I watched the whole barbershop light up. I saw the demand. I saw people rushing me, asking me how much did I want for them.
Right.
And I was like, man, it's really a demand for these foreign beverages.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
And by me seeing that opportunity of demand, I put a business model around it. And that's where we are today.
Wow, that's genius. That's so amazing. Such a great story. So tell me, what are your plans for Exotic Pop moving forward? I mean, I know that most of the Screwed Up Click Legends all have flavors. A lot of artists, Soulja Boy, everybody, Moneybag Yo, like you're everywhere. How far do you plan to go with this? What are your plans?
Man, we got a lot of work to do as people. You know, one thing that I'm going to be brutally honest about is that in a short period of time that we've been in distribution, you know, we started our own beverage brand about this time a year ago. The first 4 years, we built our brand selling other brands' products, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, you know, sourcing their rare beverages from other parts of the world in the country and bringing it to places where they're not. And then took that knowledge and started our own beverage brand about a year ago.
Wow.
And then in that year, we lined up some distribution. And the first place we lined up distribution was here in our own hometown in Houston.
Yeah.
And in those first 6 months, seeing how much money is being generated out of our own community
Yes.
of people buying juices and sodas and stuff like that out of these gas stations, convenience stores on every corner.
Right.
Finally having a look inside those side of the books for the first time. Like, for example, we don't know how much the tech world really makes, so we don't know how much the pharmaceutical world really makes, or how much the oil and gas business really makes.
Right.
Until you hear about it and stuff like that. But until you really get on the other side of the books and really say, okay, I literally have manufacturing in place with Pepsi. I have distribution in place with my distributor. Now we're in thousands of stores in Houston. Wow. And I'm watching this cash flow come in. And I'm like, and all this cash flow is coming in out of our zip codes. And I'm like, man, look at all this money that's being made hand over fist.
Right.
By these beverage companies.
Wow.
And there should be no reason why we shouldn't have any new computers in our schools.
That's right.
There should be no reason why anybody should be hungry.
True.
There's no reason why anybody shouldn't have any clothes.
Right.
Look how much money our community generates for these big businesses.
Right.
If they were just to give back a portion of these proceeds to our community, we'll be just like Cypress or the Woodlands,
Right.
and just like the rest of them.
Absolutely.
Even better, to be honest with
Right.
you.
True.
And I said, man, let me do some research. Our dollar is not circulating in our community.
It's not.
They come in and they make that money, and then it goes right out.
It's true.
You know, so what we done in our short period of time when we started on June 27th, distribution, and by the time we got to January 4th, which is my birthday, which is also Exotic Pop Day, in those 6 months, because every soda that you see, I know Kilo did a great job
Yes,
of
he
showing
did.
you. Hopefully y'all wrote some B-roll of that. It's very important.
Absolutely.
But
yes.
every single one of those sodas say a portion of proceeds go to benefit this particular community.
Yes. That's
And
great.
what we did in those 6 months were so impactful that we were awarded our own day in the city from the mayor
Wow.
in 6 months, based off us giving a portion of the proceeds back into our communities. And what we did in 6 months, I can bet and put up against Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, all of them,
Years.
what they've done in over 60 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
It's
that's my goal, is to bring that generational wealth into our communities, bring that financial literacy into our communities.
Yes.
Keep our community, keep drugs out of our community, keep our kids out of jail,
Yes.
improve our school systems, put programs and people in place where they're seeing this story when they watch this episode right here and saying, hey, I'm inspired.
Absolutely.
I don't have to just do what's presented to me. I can create my own lane. I can use my mind. The answers are inside of me.
Right.
And put people in place where I have whole team. Every Thursday we have Exotic Pop community meetings. And it's about a 12-person staff where every person at that meeting is strictly on payroll, just doing stuff in the community alone. That's all they do. They don't sell no sodas. They don't do nothing business related at all. It's all about the community.
That's so
every single
awesome.
week.
That's
Every
great.
day we're in the community. Like right now, this morning, we're at a daycare teaching kids the importance of alkaline water. The
That's
difference
so
between regular
great.
water and alkaline water, and what alkaline water does to your body. Little 4 or 5 year old kids learn about alkaline water today.
I love it. I'm totally vegan. All I drink is alkaline water every day. I love it.
Right, and that costs no money
No money
at all.
Great.
But that's going to change those kids' lives. Forever.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're about, and that's what we're going to do. Is that we're going to we're going to put a stop and take a stand. And they didn't let us in and let us on the other side of the game in some uncharted waters that our people have never been before, by letting a black man into the beverage business.
Yes.
And we are going to capitalize on that and shake the whole world up and save our people.
Wow, that was so amazing. You heard it from the man himself. Thank you so much again for having me. Thank you for everything that you have done. Thank you, Exotic Pop, for all that you have done for the community. For giving back the way you do, for being so humble, to be such a powerful company, and to give back like that. You don't see that. You don't see a lot of companies doing that. So thank you so much. And thank you again for having me.
Yes.
Anything that I can do, I'm definitely available to do it also. Even before I came here, even before we met on my platforms, I was always Exotic Pop. I'm always promoting you guys. I love you guys for everything that you guys have done. So thank you again for having me.
Thank you so much. It's a
Thank
pleasure
you.
as well.
Absolutely. Well, thank you guys for checking in with Fame Train TV. I am here at the Exotic Pop headquarters with the CEO and founder, Mr. Charleston Wilson.
Peace.
So nowadays Exotic Pop is used as a new marketing tool, a new promotion tool for artists. That's how these first three came about right here. This is the NBA Young Boy, Never Broke Again. This is my 21 Savage Savage 2 mode right here. And this right here is our Babyface Ray Dream soda, which is going for $100, our highest selling soda right now.
Wow.
These three artists right here, they hit us up. They be like, man, we just want something new. They want to be a part of something that's different and something that's hot and fire. So we are the new hottest thing around. So you can't go wrong with linking up with Exotic Pop. This right here is just a mock-up right here. This is our Pop Exotico Puerto Rico big pun right here. We're getting ready for this. We steady building, and we steady look for new things to capture. So this will be our East Coast version and our Pop Exotico Puerto Rico version.
Dope.
This is our Yahimi right here. This is our man God Holly out the Bay Area. This is our Louisiana run. We did a Soldier Slim. His son had a pop-up like 3 months ago in New Orleans. Our man Kirk Frost, he went out there with him.
Yeah.
And took two pallets, which is 40 54 cases of soda each.
Yeah.
Well, it's 108 sodas,
Yeah.
and it's 24 sodas in each, sold out in 6 hours.
Wow.
This is our Webby watermelon. We're still waiting on negotiations to clear up
okay.
with that, to cut this out in the streets right here.
Yeah.
But this will be a great look. And hurry up, Webby. Hurry up, man. Let's get it out.
Webby watermelon.
So we got the Wu-Tang pineapple cream right here. We linked up with the
Dope.
Wu-Tang clan. So this right here is one of our most special joints because these are true legends, living legends right now. And it's just dope for us to link up with guys like that. This is our Crush collaboration that we did for Astroworld Festival for our man Travis Scott.
Right.
You know, so this was a big deal for us, and we'll hit this corner coming around, and when we hit that corner, I can go in more in depth about how this came about.
Okay, cool.
This turkey leg hut cream soda is Turkey Leg Hut and Loaded Seafood was the first 2 restaurants that allowed us to be a part of their brands, allowed us to put our
cool.
product inside their restaurants. At the same time, these are cool people and they do great things for the city and the state.
Yeah.
So it was only right for us to say, man, let's go ahead and bless Turkey Leg Hut with their own soda, put their faces on it, and let their face shine bright. So
Right.
that's exactly what we did. Shout out to Lynn and his
Dope.
wife.
Yes.
This is Blood Poppin' Cripple Cola, curated by Killer Mike, and shipped around the world by us, Exotic Pop.
So blood and Crip soda.
Listen, see,
That's
Killer Mike
dope.
had an idea of formulating wealth within our community.
Right.
And the 2 of the biggest organizations within our communities are the Bloods and are the Crips.
Right.
So how can they come together, unite,
Yeah.
and make a dollar? This was the way. Let's go ahead and make a beverage product. Everybody makes movies about them,
Right, true.
documentaries. So why can't we do something that's monetary relief for our community and for these organizations? Yeah, organizations. So this is Dope Era, our man Fatty Davis out of LA. This is he has a store called Dope Era.
Oh, okay.
And so we did 4 flavors for him with our Cool Cup juice. Coca-Cola has Minute Maid.
Oh,
Exotic
okay.
Pop has Cool Cup juice.
Got it.
So this is his blueberry, this is his lemonade, this is his fruit punch, and this is his green apple right here. This middle row right here, these are all our legend, our collectibles, these are our first babies right here. These are
Okay.
all the ones that we dropped first. These are our first flavors.
Dope.
So we got the Mac Dre bubblegum right here.
Okay.
We got the Lil Kiki black cherry. We have the King Cones, which is Diddy Son's wave juice, which is blue
Oh,
raspberry.
cool.
And we have the Awful Lot of Pina Colada by Desto Dub. The cool thing about this Desto Dub right here is Pepsi helped us in a way of bringing us to fruition with flavors. So they blessed our game and helped us curate these first flavors that we had.
So great.
And all of these flavors that are right here are the first flavors that Pepsi blessed us with.
Oh,
and they wanted us to hit a certain price point so to see if it was worthy enough
Right.
for us to curate our own formulation, our own flavors, have our own recipe.
Right.
So boom, we hit that mark. And this was our
Yes.
first formulation. This is our like number 2 seller right now is our Pina Colada.
Really?
And I'm not even a big fan of coconut Pina Colada, but at the same time,
It's
man,
good.
it's good right there. It's great.
I'm getting so thirsty right now.
Oh, here you go. So we got the Too Short Dog strawberry soda.
Yeah.
This was featured on the E40 and Too Short versus battle.
Okay.
He was walking around with that red soda in his hand the whole
Yes.
time. He was walking around with his
Dope.
own soda, which
Right.
is Exotic Pop.
Exotic Pop.
You know, and then so we here in the city of Houston, we do everything in the name of Screw.
Oh, you know that.
You know,
R.I.P.
you know.
DJ Screw.
So our lingo come from him, our music,
Right.
just the way we walk, we talk, the way
Everything.
we drip our cars,
That's right.
everything. You know, it came from Screw and all the things that he put in front of us, like all the legends that you see almost right here.
Right.
So we also have the Bun B Orange
Okay.
right here. We have the 2 brothers sitting next to each other, Big Hot Fruit Punch and the Fat Pat Pineapple Soda.
I've had both of those. They are awesome. I've had those are the only 2 that I've tried.
Only 2?
Yeah, I've tried Big Hawk and I've tried
You
Fat
see all
Pat.
these flavors
I
we got?
know,
Okay.
I know.
All right, now we got to get you right. We got to really get you right. You're here now, so you got to get
That's
right.
right.
So we got the Big Mo grape soda right here. And these are our first formulated Cool Cup juices that we have. All our first flavors that we dropped.
Oh,
this is our Amdar lemonade right here. Amdar is our clerk from Busy Bee.
Yeah.
Busy Bee is our home front store right across the street from the address.
Okay.
And he's a clerk. He's an awesome guy, very humble, and he's a brother to us.
Okay.
This is our pink lemonade right here. And this right here was the first Cool Cup that was made, which is Mama Mo's Sweet Tea, which is Big
cool.
Mo's mom.
Right.
I might as well put them together.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mama. I'm sorry, Mama and brother. I'm sorry. Here we go. You know, Mama Mo Sweet Tea, that's something special. That was the first one that we dropped. So, you know, we always hold her down. She's always here. That's her favorite seat right
That's
there.
her seat. Okay.
She comes here and watch her stories.
Oh,
yeah, so
that's
this is a cool place to be because you
Right.
never know who you'll see.
Who you'll see.
This is a candy red fruit punch. This is our purple punch right here, our grape kuka. And we just did a little deal with Moneybag Yo, so this is why you see this
Dope.
label right here.
Okay.
And we have our Filthy Rich Melonade. Filthy Rich is that guy right there with the 5'9" chain on. Right
Okay.
there, he's our watermelon and lemonade, which is one of our top sellers, which is one of our most. Ooh, it tastes so good.
It sounds like it.
So this Yasmin Lopez right here, this is she had a baby shower, so we curated some pink lemonade juices for her and some labels. We even made her a cooler. So this was just all just for her. Make sure that she had a great time and introduction to her motherhood. You know.
Oh,
This is our Thizzle juice. That's our tropical punch.
Thizzle.
That's from the Bay Area.
Thizzle.
You know. So Soulja Boy. Yes, you know.
Yes.
Bow Wow has do-rag.
Right.
Soulja Boy got lemonade.
That's right.
That's right, and it's true. It's right here.
Yeah.
It's no, you know, when he first said it, everybody was like, "What? This, that, and the other." But if you would have went to Busy Bee or would have catch some of these boutiques around the areas,
Yeah.
you would have seen them. We dropped them just special for him, and we got more coming. And another cool thing about Soulja Boy is the truth is he was the first.
Okay.
All right. Before all of this happened and most of these characters came on,
Yeah.
we was a brand that was more like almost a boutique.
Okay.
Where we found these different flavors around the nation and came back home and put a price point on them and sold them.
Right.
This soda right here is one of the main reasons that this whole company started, this Barks Red Cream.
Okay.
Charleston was working in Louisiana. He was driving back and forth working for a construction company.
Yeah.
And he came back home and a couple of his friends and his barber was like, "Hey man, bring me back some of them Barks Red Creams."
Right.
So he brought them back to him and everything. So
Dope.
soon as the second time he came back, he walked in his barber shop, he got bum rushed.
Wow.
So that's when the light bulb hit him.
Right.
Bing.
This
All right.
is it.
This is what it
Man,
is.
that's
So he
dope.
started traveling the country,
Yeah.
finding more and more flavors, which came this Barks Brown Cream right here. This Barks Brown Cream came. He found the Fanta Peach. He found the Fanta Mango, and now you can see find Fanta Mango and Fanta Peach everywhere around the city.
Dope.
And I can truly say it all came from him. Didn't go around the Gulf Coast area, driving all down the 10.
Hustling.
These
Wouldn't have
things,
happened.
it wouldn't have happened.
Wow.
So we're blessed to have a forward thinker like him to lead this company.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
so Soulja Boy was the first one that we had labeled on there.
Okay.
He was the first rapper with his own soda.
Yeah.
And you know, that was the truth. So then we remixed it up. So now this summer on into the fall, into the winter, we're starting our whole cream line.
Okay.
So we just dropped 2 of them. I'll tell you about those. And this is the next one that we finna drop. It's the Big Draco Pineapple Cream.
Okay.
This is right here. This is something special because this is gonna be one of the first artists to have one and then drop another one. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? This is gonna be the first time. So these are our 2 next flavors that we're curating up is our Raw Kardashian Vanilla Cream and our Snoop Dogg Blue Cream right here. We also have these are the 2 new red creams that we dropped. So we got the Lil Flip Red Cream Soda and the Dennis Graham Brown Cream Soda, which will put these 2 cream sodas down here out of here.
Okay.
So we linked up with West Coast Customs as well. If you remember Pimp My Ride with Exhibit, West Coast Customs used to do all the custom work for the cars and everything. So we linked up with them as well. We got them a blue raspberry wrap, so you'll be seeing those in the future. We also worked with the Cookie Store with Mr. Burner himself, and we cooked up 3 flavors with him, which is a cereal milk pina colada soda, the Gary Payton blue raspberry, and also the London pound cake cotton candy. This right here is Chase B, Travis Scott's right-hand man, DJ and everything, our only ginger ale that we carry. So this is something special as well, so we linked up with them and dropped this. Now this right here is a very special soda. This was a part of our first drop. This is a part of our Legends collection. If you see that poster sitting up there, That was the first 5 flavors that Exotic Pop had. So this is the Sweet James Jones Strawberry Soda, one of the first sodas with tremendous amounts of detail. Also featured our QR codes, and it also features that you'll see that a portion of our proceeds go back to the community for most of these characters. So that's one dope thing about this whole company is that we're all the way in for the community. The thing about the QR codes is, say for instance you was from Idaho and you never heard of anything about Houston rap or anything, but you know all about Exotic Pop. So one thing that you would probably did was say, man, I want a pineapple soda from Exotic Pop, and you went and bought the Fat Pat soda, right? So you was like, man, who is this Fat Pat guy? You seen this QR code on the back, you hit it, boom, you got his greatest hits playlist, which also brings streams to his family, brings residual back to his family. So we're always into giving back and making sure that we're taking care of the community that takes care of us. And then right here we have the Travis Scott collection that we did for his Astroworld tour. So Astroworld was a special thing. We used to be in a storage facility, which we had like 16 to 18 storage facilities in there, storage units, I mean. And he came, he toured it one time, and he was like, man, I'm gonna be back. Me and Charles have been friends for a while, and one thing I know about him, he's a forward thinker, he's a forward mover, and we're not in the business of trying, we're in the business of doing. So the next time he came, he wanted something physical that he can have in his hands so he can make sure that we was a part of the Astroworld Festival. So what he did was, he came up with these, he got these boxes made, we hand wrapped sodas, we linked up with Crush, got tremendous amounts of those sodas, hand wrapped those sodas by ourselves. We put them in these boxes, sold them for $100 a whop. And if it was done all over again, we would be in the merchandise section, but we was in the food and beverage section and ran up the numbers. Don't play with us. We don't play. I think that's a record for anybody being in the food concession stand selling their product for $100 and it being sold. So that was a big deal. These are our water link ups right here, the Relief Gang Alkaline Water, the Prince Family Black Alkaline Water, and this is one of our most special products right here. This is our first Pop Exotico product, our Vanessa Gillian Alkaline Water, 14-step filtration process, one of the cleanest waters in the U.S. right now. And if you read this at the bottom, all the proceeds go back to benefit the Vanessa Gillian Foundation. This is something dope that we're doing. We're working on the George Floyd water right here. When we did the George Floyd walk, we hand wrapped a lot of waters to make sure everybody has something George Floyd in their hands so they can represent him the right way. Also, we did something for Lyric Chanel as well. Her birthday was July 4th. So we made a lemon mint water for them for her birthday party. And in celebration of her homegoing. So this right here, just be on the lookout to see if we'll keep on pushing that forward. Everything else you see, it's all exotic things. Everything that we carry, from these CCs that sold down in New York, from cereals. We have the whole Space Jam collection, which consists of the cereals, the fruit snacks, and also the fruit roll-ups. So we're in it all the way when it comes to being super exotic. We travel far and wide to make sure that we have all the products that's really needed to make sure that we are keeping our stamp as the exotic way. You know what I'm saying? January 4th is our Exotic Pop Day, which is also Charleston's birthday. So be on the lookout for some cool things that's happening. You know what I'm saying? This is Exotic Pop. Welcome to the land, baby.
Alrighty. Thank you so much, C.E.O.
Yes, ma'am.
Man in charge right there, keeping everything going.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you
know
so
it.
much.
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty.